So today I'm here with John Saw, CTO of T-Mobile US. Welcome, John. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Erik.
So networks, network performance, investing in new capabilities like network slicing, exposure, perhaps even time-critical networks is a big topic in the industry. So can you tell us a little bit more about how T-Mobile looks at these investments, but also the networks as they evolve for new services? What's the plans?
Sure, yeah. Well, let's first talk about how the networks evolve. On the T-Mobile side, we have certainly evolved our network into becoming probably the best performing 5G network in the country and probably in the world. And that's what you need first, right? You need a strong 5G network. The other thing that we have done with our network evolution is that we were the first to roll out a 5G standalone core. And till today in the United States, it's still the only nationwide 5G SA core amongst the big three operators, right? And that's the basis from which you can talk about how do we monetize the network. Obviously, one of the biggest opportunities with 5G is slicing, network slicing, something that you cannot do with older technologies. And you need an SA core for it. You need it to be ubiquitous nationwide. And we have that. And so, you know, in the last year, we have been showcasing a number of use cases for a number of major sports events like the Las Vegas Grand Prix, the Formula One Grand Prix, PGA Golf Championships, Major League Baseball All-Star. We've used network slicing for a lot of interesting new use cases.
Such as?
Well, point of sale. When you're in a major sports event, there's like 100,000 fans descending on a really small area. So capacity is going to be highly utilized. And you know, if the vendors want to use point of sale, wireless point of sale terminals, which they usually dare not try to use in major sporting events like this, they need some better quality of service. And this is where we use network slicing. For those point of sale terminals. We have actually used it as well in the last PGA championships for ticket entry, wireless ticket entry. You know, they don't require a lot of bandwidth, but they need a lot of resiliency, that it has to work, right? And that's where slicing is a great use case for
giving that extra guarantee. But I think they're also uplink cases in a way, sending from the point of sales device. What about more demanding cases like the mobile reporter, the uplink video?
Yes, we have used slicing for the mobile, with a camera, the mobile reporter. Basically, in today, in sporting events, a lot of the camera crew, they take pictures and they want to be first to publish the pictures. They would rush somewhere and upload the pictures, right, to where they have strong network connections. What we did was we actually, you know, give them a hotspot with a slice. So they don't have to go find strong network locations to upload the pictures. They do it real time on the location. And we have done it with the PGA of America, their camera crew, and they absolutely love it. You know,
so it's the power of 5G.
It's a whole new way for them to work. It's more efficient, certainly. We have also used millimeter wave, private network, for broadcast as well. For the first time, if you have watched the PGA Championships, for instance, on Saturday, on some of the holes, we were using millimeter wave for live broadcast of the sports event. And to do this, you need to have really low latency. You have to have a really good private networks that we got from Ericsson. So that worked really well. So those are some of the new use cases we showed them in sporting events that is starting to get a lot of interest with the enterprises.
Yeah, and although it's been long in the making and it's been there from kind of the early ideas of standards, I think now it's coming to life. Now it's commercial services. Now it shows really the value of a strong 5G network.
Yeah, you know, you need to take the time to build a really strong 5G network, and then you need to put in a standalone core. Now we're finally starting to see and demonstrate some real benefits of 5G use cases.
The other area which of course is on top of mind is automation and also AI, Gen AI. Gen AI as a workload has come up in other parts of the world where operators are looking for opportunities to have sovereign clouds, regional clouds, country clouds with AI capability to serve governments, serve enterprises. initially, and combine that with 5G SA slicing. How do you look at that? Is that an opportunity?
Absolutely. I think if you look at 5G and AI, especially Gen AI, it's a lethal combination in terms of a lot of potential. If you look at, I think we're still in the early days of AI. There has obviously been a lot of talk about AI, but so far a lot of the AI discussions have been on training large language model, which not many companies would try to do. Where you see a lot of scale with AI is going to be an AI inferencing. And with 5G as the media, we're talking about mobile AI inferencing. And this is where potentially operators have an opportunity, right, to support AI for their customers, right? Today, AI is being rendered from the big clouds, right? But you're also seeing now the pendulum swinging to on-device AI, where you can actually put the device on airplane mode and you can still basically generate images because it has a small model sitting on the devices. We believe that there is going to be a case for edge AI from the telco edge, right, to support basically offloads from on-devices AI because they have a limitation on battery and RAM, and also to provide some offloading from the big clouds as well, for cost reasons, for privacy reasons, and for performance reasons. So I think we're certainly optimistic that the telco edge could be a very good edge for AI inferencing. And then potentially someday we should be looking at building a cloud that can support telco workloads as well as AI workloads as well. So I think it's an exciting future when you look at 5G and mobile AI.
Yeah, absolutely agree. That combination, you call it lethal, but I do think that is great business opportunity for operators, of course, but I do think that also governments around the world are seeing this as a necessary infrastructure. The digital infrastructure really consists of nationwide 5G.
Yeah.
It consists of resilient clouds, and of course it consists of AI, and typically supporting both enterprises, governments, and others with high performance AI. I think that's really where we are
in a distributed fashion.
Absolutely.
That's where the edge comes in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great, John. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
And thanks for the partnership.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.